On September 28th, 2020, it was announced to the world that there would be a new JoJo event coming to us live on April 4th, 2021. The name was Joestar, the Inherited Soul. And this event was, well, I'll give you my thoughts on it, and we'll see if I can find a single word by the end of this script. Well, let's first go about the build-up to the event. In addition to continuously posting on Twitter, there was this program to help count down to the event. It was a web radio show called Joestar Radio, hosted by the Warner Bros. Anime YouTube channel. There were dedicated months to each part, with it all ending in March on the 29th. In each part, you get 2 voice actors from the part doing things like reading comments, seeing reviews, answering questions and all that. And it was nice. It was pretty sick. We had Jonathan, Speedwagon, Joseph, Caesar, Jotaro, Avdol, Josuke, Okuyasu, Giorno, and Bruno. And it was great. It was a nice little fun little special, and I loved it. As I didn't speak Spanish and needed to keep my eyes on the screen to read the stuff said, it was kind of hard to treat it like a radio type thing that I'd listen to like when cooking or something like that. But when it's something that you can keep your phone or like a different monitor on the side and have it envisioned while you're doing something that doesn't require, I guess, too much focus, then you're good. It's a great little treat for the fandom. As for the Twitter scene, man, they were just promoting the hell out of this. It was so much promotion. This event is supposed to be a once in a lifetime thing, and it would cost you $40 to watch. So what happened when it was time for the actual event here? Well, I don't want to risk getting smoked for showing clips from the actual event, so you're gonna have to take my word on what I'm talking about, or you could just find it on the internet. I'm not saying to go do that, but it's possible. You could do both. You know, I pay for this. I can review it. But yeah, the event was great. I love getting insight from those that have worked directly on the show. I think that type of stuff is sick. I loved seeing the performances of the voice actors recreating such significant scenes from the anime. It was riveting, but in the back of my mind throughout the whole thing, I'm thinking, damn, was this really $40 though? Because I don't know. I'll show you my line of thinking with this. All right, we're in a pandemic, correct? Travel is frowned upon, obviously, and it's not good to have large gatherings of people, also obviously. So this event couldn't be something like an expo where people could see this live, because it's a danger to everybody, and that makes perfect sense. But this special is exactly the type of event you'd expect to see at a convention, where you already spent your money buying the ticket for the entire convention. You know, if there wasn't a pandemic, I imagine that this would have been at some huge gathering place, and you wouldn't have to pay $40 for this event in specific. Maybe potentially like 10 or something added on to the price of the convention ticket, like say it's an extra thing, but that's about it. Since we're in a pandemic though, they live streamed it, and in addition to live streaming it, there were live translations there too. This situation is massively confusing, because if this is just us watching a stream, why wouldn't they just pre-record it? There aren't any people in the audience, and no live comments interacting with the voice actors or the hosts, which is the main reasons why you would want to live stream an event like this. Personally, my main thing was that the captions would get so bad, I don't even know what the hell I'm reading. And my Duolingo did not prepare me for this. I knew I should have been working on Genki though. I mean, that's my fault, but aside from that, this is terrible. But okay, all right, okay. Then there are my other thoughts on it. All right, maybe the event is meant to run like a pay-per-view event, you know? That would concern me more about the price and captioning, because $40 is like fight night type of money, you know? And I would need some better captioning than what we got. But did I dislike the events? No, I didn't. I think the voice actors gave wonderful performances. I think the part 6 announcement was better than how subtle the part 5 announcement was, and Araki just being like, oh yeah, it's coming. Then there's Feruz Ai, and how amazing it was to see someone who went from fan dubbing the manga to just now being in the anime. Like, you ever see someone live out their dreams? That's some beautiful stuff. You don't see that type of stuff often. The Joestar torch gets passed on and the story continues. It was a nice event, and even with how bad the captions got, it was a pretty damn funny one too. I think the $40 was a lot and would have been better if it was lowered to about like 20, I guess, but you live and you learn. I don't know. I hope they do too if this is the case. When the 35th anniversary comes around, I hope not to see stuff like this again in terms of execution, because I might snap just a little bit. Because if you're gonna build up an event like this, then at least get some idea of what's going on being said, or just hire some vocal translators like how they did with the part 5 Anime Expo event, because that ran pretty well and you didn't pay $40 for it. Either that, or you could have added more stuff to the event, but I can't imagine what would make me be fine with dropping 40. Like, but yeah, I imagine everyone has their thoughts on it, so these are mine. But I guess, like, in addition, like, you know, sometimes there are fight nights where you do pay like $50 and some dude gets knocked out in like 3 seconds, and it's like, man, I really paid $50 for this, so it could have been worse, I guess. So what would be the words I'd use to describe this event? It's okay. I really wanted to make this into some sort of huge video with this, but it really didn't run like that, and the problems with it weren't even as drastic as people would lead them to believe. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hopefully I will see you all in the next one. So until then, peace out and Godspeed.